Hey everybody, it is Wednesday, May the 6th in the year 2020. And again, I cannot believe that we're already in the middle of the week this week. Things are going super fast, so hope that you're keeping up. Remember that you only have this week, the rest of this week, and another full week next week to finish up your actual work for the year and get it all turned into your teachers. That very last week of school is only 3 days, and I think it's going to be more kind of fun things just like the regular end of the year would be. So make sure you're committed, make sure you're getting your work turned in. Beautiful, beautiful day today. I think the high is going to be somewhere around 62, low of 37. Beautiful, bright, sunny. It's gorgeous where I am, not a cloud in the sky. So definitely get outside if you can. Fresh air, sunshine, so good for you. Let's talk about our foreign language for today. So I know that we popped over to Mexico yesterday for Cinco de Mayo, but I want to go back over to Asia now. And what I want to, talk to you about is the tiny island nation of Japan. It's right all the way over here on the right side of the screen, just off the coasts of Russia and a little bit of China and North and South Korea. So you'll see it here. Interestingly enough, even though it is so small, when you compare it to the size of Russia, the size of China, obviously it's a really small country, but they are the third wealthiest country in the world. A lot of investment there, a lot of technology, a lot of innovation, really super smart, bright people. So even though they are small, they are pretty mighty as far as the wealth part goes. So let's talk about the Japanese language. All right, and the flag. So in Japanese, you would say, I know this is a really long word, but it's kind of fun to say when you say hello, you say konnichiwa. So I will say konnichiwa to you guys this morning. And then if you take a look at their flag, it's probably one of the simplest flag designs out there. Just a pure white background, which symbolizes purity and honesty. And then the big red disc in the middle represents the sun. Japan is known, one of their nicknames is the land of the rising sun, because they have mountains kind of on that edge of that island. And the sun rises in the east. And so for most of Asia, it kind of looks like the sun rises up from Japan. So they've always been referred to as the land of the rising sun. So konnichiwa to you guys today. And then let's move on, and I'm going to talk to you really about our observance really quickly. This is our Ditloid, but our observance is National Nurses Day. And we're talking school nurses like Nurse Tammy, who we haven't seen in a long time, but we're also talking about nurses out there in the hospitals and the doctor's offices and in the emergency rooms. And so just another day to commemorate and honor and celebrate those hardworking people who are there for us all the time, even in the middle of crazy pandemics. They're out there on those front lines. So if you know somebody who's a nurse, drop them an email, give them a call, shoot them a text, maybe make them some cookies and leave them on their doorstep. Celebrate them today and all that they do for us, because they do so much. And then let's talk about our word for the day. One more thing before we get to the Ditloid. Word for the day today is going to be totally different than it has been before. We use so many Japanese words in our lives in English that I decided the word for the day would be a you pick 'em. So I want you to try to think of a word that we use from the Japanese language. I want you to think about a word that we use, and I want you to use that in the word of the sentence and tell me what that word means. So I'll give you an example. You ready? We use the word sushi, which means bite-sized meal items with some raw fish. Okay, so sushi is a Japanese word that we use, and I talked about what it means. So I want you to think of a Japanese word that we use in English, use it in your word of the day sentence, and tell me what that word means. Okay, and then our brain teaser for today on Wednesday is a Ditloid. So remember, a series of letters and numbers, kind of this is your clue. So I want you to come up with what this clue means. 60M in an H. I think you're going to be able to pick up on that pretty quickly. So pop in your word of the day sentence, pop in your brain teaser answer in the comment box. I will look for online program use tomorrow morning. And then we're back here to say goodbye in Japanese, which is also another fun word. You say sayonara. So I'm going to say sayonara to you guys for today. Really commit to the rest of this week. Get as much of your work in as you can for these teachers. And get outside and enjoy this weather. It's gorgeous. And I will see you guys tomorrow.